Hey there, it's Heather Coley here at Meridian Realty in Fayetteville, Georgia. And this week we are going to talk about short sales. And in particular, what exactly is a arm's length transaction in a short sale? This is extremely important. On every short sale, the bank will send over an affidavit. I've got a couple here that are, say, City Mortgage, Ocwen, SunTrust. And on each of these, they will have all parties in the transaction sign it and also have it notarized. And a lot of times they have the buyer's agent, the buyer, the seller's agent, the seller, and even the closing attorney has to also sign and notarize it. So it's extremely important. One of the things that I came up against this week was a particular paragraph that is within the affidavit that really is important. It is one in particular on SunTrust, and as I've read through a lot of the bank's affidavits, they almost all have something similar. If you are a seller doing a short sale, it is very important for you to know that upon the short sale, the bank is expecting you to move out of the property. You are not allowed to keep living in the property for a long length of time. The one in particular on SunTrust says that they will give you as the seller up to 90 days for relocation, but of course that's got to be okay with the buyer that's buying your property. But one thing to know is you cannot have any kind of agreements between you and the buyer that you are going to stay in the property as a tenant. And the reason why is the banks had a lot of people that were doing this that were not on the up and up, that were deciding, hey, I've got a $200,000 mortgage, but my house is only worth $100,000. I think I'll get my friend, Joe, to come in and buy my property, and then the mortgage is only going to be $100,000, and then I'll just rent it back from Joe and eventually buy it back from him in a couple of years. There was too much of that going on, and the banks were losing way too much money, so they had to come up with this in particular verbiage to add to their affidavits. It is serious business. You cannot try to stay in the property and say, change your name on the utilities or forward your mail. They're a little bit smarter than that. And as crazy as it is that they take so long to do a short sale, these loans that are backed by Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, they actually have departments that are investigative departments that really look to see where these people, the sellers, are at on that 91st day. So, and you can be liable for lawsuits, and everyone in the transaction can be liable for a lawsuit. So I just really felt that it was an important thing that people need to know about. So if you are a buyer on a short sale, you're aware that you cannot get that seller to stay in there, definitely no longer than 90 days. And if you are a seller, you need to make plans to move on once your short sale is closed. So I hope that informs you guys a little bit more on short sales and arm's length transactions, and stay tuned for more information on short sales and the real estate market here in Fayetteville, Georgia. And this is Heather Coley at Meridian Realty. Thanks so much.